What is up, everybody? This is Edward back with another video, another episode of Everybody Hates Black Men. I'm your host, Edward Anderson. So I did a video a few days ago that didn't do particularly well, by the way.
Match. I saw
accusations.
These are not accusations. This is
false.
But with Joe Buddon, right? And Joe Buddon got himself in trouble or in hot fire, with a quote-unquote lewdness charge. Basically him being naked in front of a neighbor's door. And he said he was sleepwalking. So a lot of people covered this. A lot of people said he was guilty. They want to put him in the same category as, what they want to say Jay-Z did or P. Diddy did, and all the other quote-unquote predators. I kind of took a more comedic approach to it because personally I didn't think he actually did that. I didn't think he intended to do that. I could tell by how they were covering it, even though they tried to put it out there. The local police department made a headline about this, which is something, by the way, they typically don't do with a supposed misdemeanor charge. Even the fact that it was being called lewdness and the way they were titling it, I could tell this is something that, even though he was in hot fire, so it's kind of like, look, man, you doing too much. You need to chill out with that, sleeping naked, especially when, you sleepwalk. I didn't cover this from a perspective of he's guilty or this is what you get. And I invite you all to click on the link at the end of the video or the link right here in order to check that video and see that coverage. But, I want to cover the fact also that this case, he didn't, it wasn't him. He'll say he beat the case, but the reality is there was video. The video was 10 seconds. The video showed what happened, and basically it was determined that she wasn't telling the truth, and as a result the case wasn't even dismissed. He was not guilty because they had to go to court in order to see the tape. And one of the things I want to point out to, and shout out to the movie To Kill a Mockingbird. Shout out to that movie. It's a movie I watched when I was in middle school. And one of the things that I learned is white women lie. And women lie in general. And it's amazing how this woman just sat there in court and basically just said, my children saw this, oh my God. And if you look at the definition of lewdness, and I'm actually going to play the video where Joe Buddon was speaking on it, but there is an actual definition of like sexual acts and stuff like that. And you showing yourself or revealing yourself is not just that you're naked. You have to be doing a sexual act with certain intent, and that was not in the video. That was not long enough for the video, and this must have something to do with some back and forth that's going on with the neighbors as far as him recording in his house. And that's something that he talked about, them making noise, them not liking that. And even though I'm not going to condone you lying like that, what I will say is I've had situations like that, with my neighbors as far as me recording. So I can understand where that's coming from. But to sit here and try to do some stupid stuff like that, you could potentially, maybe they won't get a lawsuit, but his lawyer kind of alluded to the fact that they may be pursuing a case from a legal standpoint against the local police department. Do I think he'll do that? No, because that just will bring more heat. But the fact that they could be civilly liable may kind of make it so they lay off him a little bit, and that could be what the goal is. But let me play what they had to say, and we'll get back on the other side.
I wanted to be challenged. Okay. So she get up there and she does all the crying. Oh my God, I was in fear for my life, and my kids saw this. And to be clear, I saw some of the think pieces out there saying, oh, if you were sleepwalking in front of kids, that was horrible. No, this lady showed this video to her kids. So basically, I don't give out none of that. And then they were cross-examined, and that was day one. But what I learned is, and this is for stalking and lewdness. Stalking and lewdness.
How long was the video? How long was the video?
10 seconds.
You're a victim.
Here we go, CSI.
10-second video. But the stalking is from the day before. All of this happened the 3rd and the 4th.
Okay.
Remember we heard all that noise?
No, it was irony that the day
we heard all that noise.
Niggas was throwing bowling balls on the floor.
Yeah,
Yes.
I went up there, stood there to see if I heard some noise, left. The very next day was a sleepwalk. That was the end of day one. But for lewdness, You need to be naked with the intent to sexually gratify yourself. Which is why she lied on that paperwork to say he was masturbating on my door, as if I can't find a million better places to masturbate than that.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
But if it's on record, that's a lie.
Yeah.
But go ahead, proceed.
That's why you need a trial. Because the whole time I'm saying, hey, we got a video. We can look at the video.
Right.
And
Like the buildings video.
And the judge is like, well, everybody's on the hook now. So yes, the buildings video, but they got their own video. Like it's videos now. Which is why she told that dumbass he's masturbating on my door, whatever the fuck she said. So anyway, that's the end of day one. They asked her well, my lawyer asked her if she thought that I was fully erect in the video. You know what she said? She said yes.
Wow.
That's where you wanted to be, child.
But if we do that, then he gets cross-examined. Then they're going to call an expert witness to rebut that. Well,
Yana.
So I didn't want to drag it out. So I didn't call my baby to the stand. And I tip my hat to that judge. She was fair, reasonable.
That's all you can ask for.
Like,
Yep.
heard all the testimony, was attentive. She wasn't on no. And she came back and was like, she gave a whole breakdown, like, of everybody testified of their body language, their consistencies, their inconsistencies, their reasonability, the credibility. She did say I smirked a couple of times during the thing, but that lady was getting some like lady. So I hit up a couple of smirks, but that was the end of that. And by preponderance of the evidence,
kick rocks.
Yeah, because she got into what some of these things mean. Stalking means by statute 8.25, 2 or more times where you have harassed, threatened, made somebody in fear for their life, or yada, all of this shit that didn't apply to me. So she was like, by preponderance of the evidence, no, I don't find that is stalking. And lewdness in statute 6.423 says that you have to be nude where there's reasonable expectation for you to be seen. I wasn't seen. That ring video means if you see me through a ring door, that don't mean nothing. Like nobody was in the hallway, nobody, and you have to be in the act of or trying to pleasure yourself. And she said, Mr. Buddon was not erect. Mr. Buddon was not masturbating. If y'all want to make jokes about my dick being small, go ahead.
I'm workshopping a few right now.
Let
the nigga finish his story.
Chinese just on deck.
Chinese shit, right? Look at you.
I'm glad that you added his story.
Yeah.
To the end of that.
So she said Mr. Buddon was not erect. He was not masturbating. The one time that he touched this, he appeared to be trying to cover himself. Mr. Buddon was not trying to forcibly enter because that's what they say. He was trying to forcibly enter my place. But the video shows me trying to put a keypad in. It looked like I had to pee. It looked like a 10-second video of me having to pee. She was like, he's shifting his weight from one leg to another leg as if he has to use the bathroom. He's not forcibly trying to enter. He was out there for a total of 9 seconds, and it is for that I find, it's over for that. So, Mr. Buddon, please take the necessary precautions to make sure that this never happens again.
All right, so there you have it. You know, you heard it straight from the horse's mouth. So basically she lied and he went to court, said what he said, and he's feeling good. But ultimately the neighbor war still continues. So let me know what you think. Do you think Joe Buddon is not guilty? Do you think this is a close call? Do you think he got away with this just because he was light skinned? Had to throw that in there. How long do you think he has until they're gonna finally be able to get him out of there as far as recording where he is? They make it sound like his show is actually that loud, and it's probably not. But let me know what your thoughts are. If you got this far, type in Joe Buddon is trash. Just do that for the comment. And check in with a like. Check out with a comment. Make sure you click on the links. and hit that subscribe button. And as always, this is Edward signing off. Peace.
Match. I saw
accusations.
These are not accusations. This is
false accusations.
And